I think the honorable thing for our species to do is deny our programming. Stop reproducing. Walk hand in hand into extinction. One last midnight, brothers and sisters opting out of a raw deal.
Do not trust any friends or family members. I repeat, do not trust friends.
That was more of an RFK now recording.
Yeah. What an like that's got to be the supreme irony is just like how unbelievably unhealthy that man appears to be and really is. It's just remarkable just to have the balls to pretend that you have anything to say to anybody and just like go for a jog or something. Fucking stop whatever you're doing. Just rest your voice. You're gonna lose that thing.
Yeah.
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 But
we should all. Go ahead.
No, what should we all do?
No, I just say we should all embrace his ways. It can only good happen.
I think so. So what that just means, I don't want to talk about the thing. Don't want to talk about the thing that's on the news right now.
Yeah.
I don't think I know, but
no, you know exactly what this is.
You know what this is.
The fucking
Don't play
Tylenol
coy with
autism
us.
thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, that thing. Yes.
Yeah. Don't want to do. That's his. I thought that's what you were alluding to, and I was like,
Oh, it was. Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trump's
get him
magical
going on.
quote.
I do. You know what? Out of all the things, I really do love that quote, though. It's so him.
It makes me really happy. I have to say, like I've been popping into my head all the time.
Do we have it available right now? The ladies just don't do it.
Oh, for sure.
Do you got it in front of you? I want to
I got
hear
it in front of me. Here's directly an article about how it's memeified.
Oh, great. There we go.
Here, I'll just share that in the chat.
No, but quote, sing us a few bars here.
Oh,
What did he say?
nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. But with Tylenol, don't take it.
Oh man, that's a George W-ism right there. That's
a
beautiful.
brain just liquefying in a skull.
Yeah.
Did you see him pronouncing acetaminophen?
Yeah.
Oh no! Did he do a good job?
Beautiful. No, he had no idea how to say it. He couldn't even start. I think someone helped him.
Yeah, it seemed like someone was like whispering in his ear.
Oh man, I'll believe that. That's a conspiracy theory that I'll accept.
No, it's a video of it.
I know. I'm joking.
Could be AI,
joking.
I guess.
Yeah, some other transhumanist technology, something like that. Chris, you're still behind on. You haven't seen the final Aliens Earth yet.
I haven't seen. Yeah, my buddy got sick, so we're 2 episodes behind now.
2.
I know.
Oh.
It's all just waiting.
Oh
there for me.
wow, it's getting worse. It gets worse every episode. So
This is like it finally landed where I thought it would start. Like I think I was so pleasantly surprised that it was halfway competent, and then just where everything lands, you're like Jesus Christ. Like I know, surprise, Chris. There's going to be a season 2.
That does surprise me. I'm actually not pleased with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Oh yeah. Well, there was all like I
it.
did. Yeah. Like as far as spoilers goes, I apologize, but the internet might have spoiled that for you. Like we don't know there's going to be a season 2, but I mean the way it ends, pretty much very unsatisfying without a season 2.
Well, now I have only that to look forward to this weekend. So thanks, guys.
Yeah. We could put you on ice and wake you up in the future when I don't know something else has happened. I'm not sure
Like
how
when
this
the
solves your
whole
problem.
series is. No, I like this idea.
Okay.
I like 5 seasons of mediocre TV to go through. Everything will be cool.
Oh, and you'll find out exactly. No, very cool. You'll find out exactly how it ties into the beginning of the first Aliens movie or Alien movie. Sorry. You'll just get the answer right away.
Yeah, I could wake up and there could be a chest burster just around the corner. So.
Oh, yeah.
All
Okay.
good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're probably just going to wake up in a future in which crime has been eliminated, and you sing commercial jingles on the radio while you drive around. Sad future.
We already do that. Yeah.
We already do that here on the Extinction Agenda with James.
James.
And Chris.
And Chris, the most ill-equipped man for violence on the internet. Today we're doing Demolition Man. Sorry, I'm choking on my own self-satisfaction there.
He's all hit pretty hard, man.
Yeah. So this one came out October 8th, 1993, starring his name is escaping me, Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes and Sandra Bullock really is also like maybe even a more main of a character. And directed by Marco Bambilla, who had never directed shit before. We won't get into the reason we're doing this one is because we're on the Daniel Waters trip. But funnily enough, even though he gets like proper story credit, and we can talk some more about this later, but he only did 2 weeks worth of rewrites on this fucking thing. He just there was a movie that existed, and over a 2-week period, he basically rewrote it. And then went off on his merry way, having made a ton of money.
Substantially, though, from what they say, like he got bumped up to like first credit on the script after his rewrite.
Oh yeah, it was a rewrite. Yeah, like it was sufficiently changed that he won the argument at arbitration. But like there was a full movie underneath this one.
Yeah.
Some which
a worse movie.
I think so.
I would say so. The description, like Peter Lenkov, the writer or whatever, like his ideas probably would have been an okay action movie, but it would have been a lot darker. There was no comedy; it was just straight action, and it was pretty bleak. Anyway, how long has it been? What's your memories of the Demolition Man? I like to start there sometimes.
Well, you know what? My memory of the Demolition Man was pretty well Wesley Snipes.
Okay.
Because this was one of the... I don't know how often this happens, but this was one of the only times in my memory where the bad guy was as cool as the good guy. And their showdown was, like, occurred throughout the whole movie. It wasn't like a... like Arnold has those things, maybe like T2 kind of has it, but not like this. Not where it was like a one-on-one, like anybody could have taken it,
Right. Okay. Did you watch it a lot as a kid?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. Remember that little riff every time Simon Phoenix rolled out that little kind of like DJ soundtrack.
Oh, the musical. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
they don't. Yeah,
yeah, it was cool. It was. Yeah, he's so fucking cool. And this was like at like for me, it was probably like this was very close to the peak of his career, right? Like where he moves from here probably to Jesus, I don't know, Blade.
Over a long enough timeline, but
yeah.
I don't know.
I feel he's a little washed by the time he gets to Blade.
Blade was definitely like a renaissance for Wesley Snipes. Yeah, he was sort of like Blade at that point.
Yeah, we should have. I should have looked up the careers of some of these people, but I just felt that we could pull things from the air. Yeah, we could just wing it.
Yeah, just like this movie did.
Chris, you got what's your relationship with the old Demolition Man?
I've only seen it once other than this, and I felt in my mind this was a later movie because I think I had just a sense of like the weird politics of this. Like I guess it kind of like bubbled up at the time where I was becoming aware of politics. But it occupies a weird space in my head where like when people talked about like safe spaces in campus, and I know that that's like that whole line of thing is much exaggerated, but the first thing that comes to mind is that like Wesley Snipes just being mean to people in the future, where like like the utopian he's using sarcasm, we don't know how to deal with it, and it's like that's I don't know, that resonates with me of like you kind of have to develop a thick skin because like all it takes is one person just not talking against your rules, and then what are you gonna do? Like you're gonna have to develop those skills anyway. So it's a strange brew. It's definitely not a perfect movie, but there are very enjoyable parts to it.
Yeah, I watched this a ton when we were kids. My mom loved this movie, and I'm
Really?
thinking now. Yeah,
Love
I'm thinking
that.
now. Yeah, because she loved Sandra Bullock in it, and I guess you also got to see like Stallone, like you get to see his butt and everything that satisfied the female gaze. And yeah, but I also wonder, like, now that I think back of, because I know that someone in my house was watching Batman Returns a lot, between my dad and my mom, and like I feel that maybe that was my mom, and I'm wondering if she's a Daniel Waters person, but never realized it and never would realize it.
I like that theory.
Yeah. I've seen this a ton. Like none of this was a surprise to me. It was nice to come back to it and appreciate some elements of it that I didn't really like. Yeah, Wesley Snipes is the best part about this movie, hands down. I think it's got a really great structure, despite the fact that there's so many fucking hands at play here. And it comes together fairly well. I would do without Dennis Leary. He can get out of this movie. That's just annoying, watching him do that thing that he does.
His rant.
Yeah, it's just like his rant comedy. We're gonna blah 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 blah.
I want to eat a fucking cheeseburger and kiss on the
that's
side of
it.
the road.
That's
I want to
right.
have the
Yeah.
freedom of speech. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Like, okay.
I love
that's-
that.
that's
Okay,
good.
stop that. You don't like that.
No, it's just very obnoxious, but like it's just classically fucking obnoxious. I see the role that it plays in this, and fine, like it's maybe the best thing you could ever do with Dennis Leary. Put him into
Kind
this
of.
weird.
That's my arguing point on that. I think that was I don't know. I think Dennis Leary has like a social, like a cool social comedy act for a special time and place, and that this is like the kind of neatest reflection of it, that it like the highest form of compliment that he could have, to be like sort of like ingrained in this movie back in this time, because a lot of people don't, a lot of comedians don't get that.
Yeah, that's true.
fair.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. This is his tomb. That said, I remember now. I really like The Ref. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies, and he's great in that because he doesn't do that ranty stuff. He does have that really caustic sarcasm to him. And anyway, yeah, it's got Kevin Spacey and who's the wife? I want to say. Nah, it doesn't really matter. I can't think of her name right now.
Jeez, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's a good one. Well, maybe around Christmas time. Maybe. So, okay, Demolition Man. I think we're dancing around the fact that this movie, though, is not very good. It's like I found myself a little bored by it, as much as I was not. Like I was impressed with what they went for. It is unique. This is a unique movie. It's a unique action movie of the 90s. All in all, it comes off pretty well, but at the same time, it just like it's not enough. I'm not sure what more I want. I think would I want it darker? I think maybe I would. I think the cartoonishness is.
Yeah, I was going to comment on the cartoonishness. It's like a Daffy Duck movie. This is a weird, and there's commentary in the movie for this, because Sylvester Stallone the gag is that we are exactly importing the 80s action star into a more refined 90s action movie, right? Kind of like that's the back end like writing gag on it. We're bringing an ultra violent 80s guy into our movie and giving some of those sensibilities and kind of like doing like a satirical like dystopian future, right? It's great, but the whole thing is just it comes off weak because it should have been rated R. The violence, I think you could have still done this comedy shtick and cranked up the violence, but the funny thing about using the ironic ultra violent 80s hero and then not making him ultra violent because you've dumbed down the rating so that this could be a kids movie in the theater, because this is when the grand PG scheme started, and they were like, hey, we can triple our fucking audience box office if we just don't make cool fucking violent 80s movies anymore and just send a bunch of kids to the theater to see them. And then you get this watered down product that's like has a script that dictates it should have been hard and it wasn't, and then it's just fucking weird as a result.
Yeah.
That's a piece of it. Yeah.
It's a Disney product, is what you're essentially saying. You can see something like this on, a
little more action, probably, like, because it's trying to balance all these elements, the sort of like introducing you to the world of the future, the more comedic side of itself. But ultimately, there aren't really that many action pieces, and they're not that inspiring. The armory fight, pretty good. The sort of like that whole battle, but like it's like an underground like sewer city where no one can hit anyone with automatic weapon fire. Nope. I think that's a problem. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, literally from a superior, like from a catwalk shooting down into a crowd of people hits nobody. Yeah, and I think you're right. Like, it's the PG invincibility. Like you're not getting, we aren't getting any sort of emotional investment because nothing is permitted to happen.
Yeah, just once someone needs to have gotten hit by a car and their fucking body just ragdolled all over the place. Just the once, or just a few scattered about little bits like that would have added to the cartoonish. I think it would have, like, you could have an event like that, which was still cartoony, but it's horrific. It would confront you with a cartoony version of violence that just goes a little too far. But I guess, like, basically what we're describing is a Verhoeven movie. And we're saying that's we're pretty much saying, like, we wish this had a different director.
If you would have gotten Verhoeven violence with this comedic element and Snipes, I think we would have had a real barn burner here on our hand.
Yeah, for sure. James, you'll like this. So in the audio commentary, the director was talking about how Wesley's the Simon Phoenix character, like Wesley Snipes, basically did his own fight choreography. Like he designed how Simon Phoenix was going to attack people, because I didn't look this up. The director said he had a black belt in karate. I don't know if the director knows what he's talking about, but
well, Wesley Snipes says a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, but still, they had to slow down his motion to capture some of the moves that he was doing. So when he's in the prison, and it's worth looking at again, like the way he interacts with bodies is just a tad unusual for the time. And I think a lot of the things that Wesley Snipes has Simon Phoenix do, like, physically, is that adds to the interest of it as well, because he's just moving in a much more interesting fashion than in Stallone can. But even
that's
Stallone,
for sure. You could see Sly had difficulty with the fight choreography when he's interacting with Simon Phoenix. Like, Stallone did well. Yeah, I enjoyed all their fights, but Wesley Snipes was doing definitely like a more advanced like martial arts choreography than anyone maybe was prepared for in the movie.
Yes,
and it came off really cool. And half of the fun is watching him dummy cops. Mm-hmm. And those choreography scenes, like, just out in the open during that first graffiti scene fight is like, it's outrageously cool. In a nerdy way. Like, if you want to, that's the fun part of the movie, and that's the violent part of the movie that comes off well. Mm-hmm. I think, and then the other thing was a lot of their, like, sets, practical effects, futuristic vehicles, and just like the amount of like stage things that they put together to put me in, like, a different future.
Yeah.
Like that was that's really like this was big budget, and that was like incredibly well done. Like I think like even for like the way it was shot and cut was good. So it's got some redeemable things, even though it's like really, I don't know. I think it overreached in just a few areas and ended up, getting that first complaint from me. But
Yeah. The cars were donated by GM. Like they built actual cars to this sort of spec.
those cop cars.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of corporate sponsorship in this. Obviously, Taco Bell. They
Yes.
won the,
What do you
Very
guys feel about the Taco Bell thing?
That's funny, and I like it. I don't know.
I really like it too. James, what do you think?
I think that it ties in perfectly with like the central theme of like getting into some of the politics of this. It's like, okay, so it's not that everybody in the future is nice. It's that everybody in the future is a fucking pussy slave to capitalism. And they don't touch each other, and they're just like there is this like, well, again, getting back to the music, like they don't listen to music, they listen to commercial jingles, and she collects memorabilia. Like I don't know. I can't put my finger on exactly what the political element is there, though, but it's just like it ties corporatism with namby-pambyism, for lack of a fancy word.
It's that logic of mergers and like the monopoly and like the taken to the extreme, like to like taken 50 whatever how many years into the future. It's believable in that way. I mean, at the same time, like you're laughing at it, but I don't know. I think there's something about it being Taco Bell that like disarms my defenses too, because that's funny somehow. Like,
Yeah.
if it was any other chain, if it was like Wendy's or something, I wouldn't believe it. But I can accept that Taco Bell won everything.
I don't.
Because that's the future we deserve.
That is the future that we're not going to get that though. Like I don't. That's simply. I don't. It's just not the franchise wars. Like what does that even mean? It's like the metal wars.
Exactly.
I think there's a couple other things to say about this namby-pambyism of the future. Like all of the individuals are like everything they're wearing is very Middle Eastern. It's very Japanese, and so it's like the future is namby-pamby because it's become there's everybody's still white, right? There's not a lot of different types of faces, but at the same time, they're like it's as if the other has overtaken everything, and that's why like we've lost that manly will to kiss women and stuff, right? So it connects like effeminacy with corporatism and capitalism, and also like the Orient in a big heady brew with smooth cars, like where all the cops are dressed like fascists.
Yeah. There's something too about that, like the fact that this has to be a joke too, like 1996 being like just this hellscape of like either that or someone who's really affected by the LA riots. I'm not sure which, but yeah, like there's a specter of like racial revolt, like feeding into this future that then gets perfectly like sanitized. Where you're right, you don't see much diversity on the surface. It's
No. Or under the surface either. Like
yeah.
So of course, and
Well,
then you get
the barbecue lady.
I guess she's Eastern European. What is she? I didn't
thought
think
she
too
was-
much
I
about
thought
it.
she was like
I don't know. I was
South
watching
American.
a crowd run into the library here, and they were very diverse. So.
Okay. Well, they are dressed. It is the Mad Max universe for them. You know what?
That's true. And
Good
you're
enough.
right. The cops are all dressed like Nazis.
Yeah, man. So this brings us naturally to the Simon Phoenix. Like the black man is released.
Yep.
And so
Chaos
so
is
yeah,
that in their city.
Yeah, so Daniel Waters and everybody was sensitive to this at the time, and as he tells it, Wesley Snipes was like, "How much you paying me to do this movie?" That's not racism. And apparently he was also like, he really enjoyed talking on set about how like, all right, when am I going to kill some white people? So that's good fun.
That's fun.
That's hilarious.
But
Do you think they dressed him on purpose like Dennis the Menace?
I've heard about this. I don't know. I don't think so. That like no one in interview or in the audio commentary or anything talked like that. I don't know where that outfit came from. I'll buy it though. Why not, man? It does look like he's dressed like Dennis the Menace. He's being a menace. Fucking
Cartoony. Yeah, it's fun.
So yeah. Anyway, all restaurants are talking. Like, why would your restaurants, your future restaurants, so they win the franchise wars, whatever that means, and as a consequence, all restaurants are like 5-star Michelin Taco Bells.
That's right.
Like that doesn't track in my mind about like how the franchise wars would go, because the first thing that happens in a franchise war, so far as I understand it, is a race right to the bottom. So like everybody should just be eating like, I don't know, fucking I don't know, just really really substandard chicken. I guess they already do, right? But it would be even more so.
What's your motivation as a corporation? To diverse. Who are you competing with? Just yourself. But I think it just has to be seen as like the sort of like the alpha monopoly, and that's it's a cartoonish version of that.
Yeah. So I think that like when people talk about the political commentary of this movie, like I don't buy it. I think it's lazy. Because none of the dynamics of society, as I understand society to be, are actually lampooned in this show. Like, it's just, they take a straw man, what would have been called political correctness at that time, and then they just like, okay, well, let's just turn it up, What happens when everybody goes woke? Oh, no, it's fascism. Oh, you're like, okay. We just want to be nice to each other. It's okay, dude. So I find this movie like really, like as far as the sci-fi element goes, like if sci-fi is meant to be social commentary, then like it kind of fails on that front. I think its politics are accidentally retrogressive, in that really great cartoony way that is typical of the 90s.
Yeah. Accidentally being the key word. I really do think that it doesn't really intend anything except to like have a good time, but
well, because he wrote it over 2 weeks.
Yeah, there you go.
Like he was waiting in line for, like, as he tells it, he was like, I wrote a lot of it waiting in line for tickets for the final Johnny Carson show. He was like waiting in line for 20 hours. Like this just burst out of his head. Thought it would be funny, wrote it up, and yeah. Rest is history. It unremarkably has his unmistakably does have his stamp on it though. So James, do you want to hear the story of the original movie?
Yeah, let's hear this.
Okay, all right. So the original movie, the original screenplay is basically Sylvester Stallone and I don't think he's called Simon Phoenix then, but he's basically the bad guy, the criminal. They do get frozen. And they wake up in the future, and it's a horrible dystopia somehow. And what is worse is that once they are unfrozen, they start to age rapidly. So the rest of the movie has like a ticking clock to them just dying of old age.
Oh God!
Yeah, and at the same time, like the wife and daughter like enter into the story, like. Stallone's wife and daughter, and so like he meets the wife and she's super old now, and the daughter's also like obviously I think slightly older than him, and he like I understand it to be the case that he kind of like dies with his wife at the end of the movie. Like I don't know where the and in between action, I guess.
Can you imagine the climax of a movie where you're like your two combatants are like decrepit and like super aged? Like what would that look like?
If you could ever pull it off, yeah. Like I think, and so like then they handed it to Daniel, and he was like, there was so much comedic potential wrapped up in this movie, like and so he just he did a full rewrite and unlocked whatever he could. But he was the one that changed the future to all like namby-pamby stuff. Like again, like it's a apparently the original screenwriter does not like Daniel Waters as a consequence of these rewrites. That's what Waters says.
That's fair.
Yeah, seems.
I mean,
Creative differences.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sad. I mean, actually, we should look at this. I'd love to see the original Demolition Man, but that's fucked up. That's a terrible. Those are grotesque ideas.
Yeah, right. Like, how do you get? It's so weird to me though. Like, you start off with a cat, and then you're just like through production, you end up with a dog, and and everyone just acts like it's the same thing. No, it's fine. You know, it's my movie. Fucking weird.
Yeah, this is weird. The whole the movie's weird. The weird dynamic of this pain in the ass guy swearing in the police in the police station. I mean, with all these like completely inept people, like they're not able to deal with this level of criminal, and then the fact that he's being like corporate shill controlled, and actually, you know what? The death of the sweet Dr. Corto or whatever Cato was awesome.
Oh, when Jesse Ventura shoots him in the head.
Yeah, Snipes just has one of his bros there, Ventura, just fucking shoot him, and then he just heaves his corpse into the fireplace.
Another log on the fire.
Burn alive. It's fucking awesome. And weirdly, like, the funny thing about that is how it was muted graphically because, like, we don't have any bullets hitting anyone or blood spray or whatever, however the rating system worked at this time in the 90s. But that was so horribly overtly violent, and then they find his like charred skeletal corpse afterward, and you're like, that's right. So fucking awful and violent, and for whatever reason that was a pass for the rating system. It's a funny one, that one.
Yeah. So let's get to Sandra Bullock, who I think is just if this movie works, it works because of Wesley Snipes, and it works because of Sandra Bullock. I'll say even like it works for Stallone because he's not he plays it pretty straight, right? He's the straight man in this. He's this kind of the butt of the joke, but he's not too aggressive about things.
Yeah. He's also not like. You know, say what you want about Sandra Bullock and or Sylvester Stallone, but they're dynamic. They're actual like physical and like comedic and dialogue chemistry is very good, like overly good. Where like it loosens Stallone a little bit. Where he's not as rigid, and she actually comes off like very fun and attractive. And I don't know. It's just a good casting.
Yeah, and she's when Simon Phoenix breaks out of the prison, she immediately sort of takes charge in the investigation. Like she obviously isn't able to fight the bad guy, but she's able to track him. Like everybody else is stunned, and she's been ready to go. So she's got like a good kind of Robin quality to her. I love that she gets these little sayings wrong. Like it doesn't make any sense. 50 years into the future, like they just how do you forget? Like this movie needed to have taken place like 300 years in the future to have properly made sense. But for complex reasons, they didn't end up doing that. But yeah, I remember like again, my mom watching it. She just really loved when like you really matched his meat. You really licked his ass.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And she delivers it so perfectly, like with just like so much bubble to her.
Yeah.
And then, but later on, she fucking kicks the shit out of people, kills a man, learns what it means to kill someone.
2 nut kicks in that sequence, also.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Getting back to the action. Sorry to trivia you guys to death, but actually this isn't really trivia. It's just kind of like an interesting bit. So I was listening to some people talk about this movie. One of the people, I guess, was in their 20s or so, when they went to see this movie, they were into Hong Kong cinema at the time, back in '93. So they're a real movie head, because it's hard to be into stuff back then. And he liked this movie because he saw an influence of Hong Kong action getting brought into this movie, and he recognizes it when she says, where did you learn to kick like that? And she says Jackie Chan movies, which '93, I don't know how we knew who that was, but I think that's a stamp on the influence there. So that's what he saw. I don't know if I could agree. You'd have to be there in the moment to kind of see the uniqueness of anything, but
Yeah. Apparently they wanted Jackie Chan to be the Simon Phoenix character to begin with.
Oh, right. I did remember reading that. That wouldn't have worked out at all.
No. Yeah,
but
he could not play that kind of villain.
Yeah. And he just doesn't play villains, for one. But two, yeah. But they just really needed someone who was other, right? They just needed a black person or an Asian person, or just can't have a white guy.
That was the vision, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Anyway,
is it funny that this is do you guys feel that this is actually did we as a culture sort of push closer to this than it being the dumbest idea ever? Politically.
No.
Are we closer to this than we were in the 90s? I think we are.
I don't think so at all. No way.
Oh,
go outside your door.
Wow.
Oh, wait, you don't? Well, no, that's dumb, man. For real. In what way is this go ahead. You tell me. Because I don't I don't see it at all.
You think we're less censored than we were in the 90s? Or that our laws aren't more
Oh, well, we can't make
sensitive.
jokes about the only thing that's different is you can't just call people faggots anymore, and you can't make fun of transsexuals. That's it. That's it.
Those two things.
Those are the things. You just can't. You can just be a little less discriminatory nowadays.
I would say a lot less discriminatory, and not that that's a bad thing, but I would say that there's a lot, and there's even enforcement involved. There's internet enforcement. I'm not saying we're headed this direction. I'm saying do we snowball in that direction more than this silly
I don't think
trope,
you didn't pay attention to what this movie depicts. And we've been talking about it. This is a white society in which there is a discriminated underclass, and but it's all papered over by sunshines and lollipops, and everybody has a house and everything's clean and stuff like that. Does everything feel clean to you? We're none of this stuff is happening. And if we're less discriminatory and people, I don't see what the problem is, right? We're okay. Everything's fine. You just can't say the things that you used to be able to say. That's all.
Right. Well, so isn't that the point?
No. No, that's not no, I don't think that was the point of this movie.
But you think that? So I guess maybe because the main cast is white, that sort of shines through, because the background actors sort of just they have more diversity to them. So I didn't take that same and also the sewer people were also all white.
Well, yeah. Well, the movie was largely all white, but I mean, you look at I'm thinking about the museum scene. What is your boggles, sir? Everyone in there was just super white. And yeah, fine. You've got you've got that one old cop fella who's a black fella, but no, I just don't think that there's anything about this movie that speaks to the present day. I think that if you squint or if you want it to compare, I guess you can, but it's not. Yeah, I don't.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I don't know. Just simply because of the clean thing, right? Like, we don't live in a society in which anyone's doing anything to clean up crime. And the thing that they're doing to clean up crime is not thought control and money for everybody and microchips in our hands. Like, there is a paranoid fantasy to this movie, I think.
I agree with that. Yeah, I think America's further away than ever from having a peaceful, like, you can't have guns society too.
There we go. Yeah, that's the kicker right there.
Yeah, but in a weird way, like, watching this, I think it accidentally almost has a libertarian kind of like ethos to it, like the sort of like the counterforce to the sort of like sanitized society is like Dennis Leary's like freedom of choice, but it's like come down here, maybe start like live in this like unregulated space where you're probably gonna die, but it's gonna be fun, and
That's
it's like,
right.
and everybody's just gonna do for themselves. It's gonna be great, buddy. And in a similar way,
I was going to say to get food, he has to rob. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I can't. As I'm thinking about this, I can't really remember exactly what triggered the thought in the movie, but like maybe this will connect with you or resonate with you somehow. But it felt like there's almost like a sort of like World Economic Forum, like a Klaus Schwab quality to what's his face, Dr. Cocteau. Yeah. You'll have nothing, but you're gonna like it.
Yeah. Yeah, and so Dennis Leary is like he's your everyday Joe, and he just wants to, make fun of retards and stuff like we used to.
Have guns.
I want guns and I want to be able to eat meat. And I don't want to have to think about the ecological or economic impact of me having done so. Like it's like this
comedies. That's like his whole slant too, actually.
Yeah. No, and it's just like, I just want to be as thoughtless as possible. I want to be as thoughtless and rude and just let my voice just ring out proudly, as if that is a virtue. Like as if that's fine. Elements of those things I think are virtuous and useful to a society, but like...
It's just like you said,
he more angles it that... No, I was going to say, he more angles it that there are elements of freedom, right?
Yeah. Like if you went up there with a bunch of fascists, and admittedly, it is a fascist society that is depicted here in more of a Brave New World kind of way, though. No, it's not even a fascist society. I take that back. It's a totalitarian society. That's a very different thing. And so but his reaction is
so
just,
I was going to say, so you still see no like fine line, like little minor, like funny, like ironic similarities, like that the police are incompetent to real violence, kind of like we are now because they're neutered by cell phone videos, and that we're hyper focused on finding people over swearing, sort of like implementing like internet speech laws and shit like that. No parallels at all.
I don't. We can talk some other time about.
A little. I'm reaching.
Yeah, we can. Well, we can talk some other time about internet speech laws, because I think like we have always strongly disagreed about like what all of that means in a legal context. Like there's this fantasy that they're going to barge down your door if you call someone like if you're accused of anti-Semitism or something like that. Like that is not what things are.
I don't post on the internet because I'm basically equivalent to a boomer now. But
well, but yeah, I don't know. I don't. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought in there. But like, I just don't think we've. So I feel I'm just repeating myself. Like if we're not losing any freedom.
Right.
We are not losing any. Oh yeah, the cops. Okay,
sure. Tell yourself
wait,
that. Yeah.
No. Okay, wait a minute. I remember what you said now. So what flows from what you've said, though, James, is that if the cops didn't have cameras, they could beat people and order would be restored? Is that...
Exactly.
And so that's the problem? I don't think so, man. Like,
In
they
some
didn't.
cases, it may be, yes.
I don't, because like for many decades they didn't, and things would, you know, like there was lots of problems even without the.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the teenage robberies going on recently? Where like the teenagers are just robbing stores and telling people to fuck off and doing whatever they want, and everyone's terrified to grab anybody because they're scared of assault, and then the teenagers are completely like they're free of being, you know, they can't be prosecuted or anything properly, so they're very like carefree. That's a funny thing too. That always makes me think of it like this,
So
like whole neutered. But like if the cops were in the old days or whatever, just like you said, right, without video evidence, the cop would just knock your head off a car. You were actually scared of them, for good or worse. But
Yeah, but the problem is like that's okay. So put all of that aside, but I think that if what I've teased out from what you've had to say is true, then that too shows that this movie has nothing to show us about the future, because in your future where there is no crime and there is totalitarianism, is because the cops beat you with impunity. That's not what this movie's about. This is a movie about thought control and like everybody getting along, and it's just a fantasy about like what happens if, you know, like if we're too nice to each other, we're going to turn into communists. But we're not going to actually turn into communists. We're going to be people like under the control of liberal elites and those horrible experts like Dr. Cocteau.
yeah, I mean, they did get virtual sex right, though.
They did, I'm surprised that we're not able to nowadays. Like we really try like this telesex, right? Yeah, it'd be really the actual technology would be like you'd put this. It would be like a Cronenberg thing where you put like this apparatus on your cock or whatever, and then it just does all this squishy noises.
This sex scene is brutal.
Oh my goodness!
Oh yeah.
Just the faces that Sylvester Stallone makes. Oh, it's the worst.
It's so jarring,
Nasty.
and you're getting like strobe lighted. And you're not sure if you see a boob, but it's like these hilariously comedic images of Sandra Bullock going like making kissy lips at you.
Yeah.
Being just like flashed in like real speed, and the hilarious part is when they disconnect from it and Sandra Bullock's fucking outraged. What are you doing?
Put it back on your head. The other thing about Sandra Bullock, she strikes me as a woman who would actually have sex with Sylvester Stallone. Like, there's only a certain number of women who I would believe would like take that man to bed. And she has the physicality and appearance for that. You know, she's cute, but she's not like a 15, not a 10. You know, just like him.
Yeah, and she's physically kind of like
she can take it.
Has a good stature.
Yeah.
I wonder how tall he is. Like, I wonder how tall she is. Like, I sense that he's always made to look taller than he really is.
Oh, there's a story about in this, there's the scene where they're bringing him to the prison, and the prison guards were too tall, and he was like, no good. So they had to like, they had to take people on the crew. They had crew members line up and find out who was shorter than Sylvester Stallone, and then they put them in costumes, and then they filmed. They were that
like,
scene.
boom, Mike guy is a little fucking 4'11". He can go and make him look huge.
Yeah.
That's funny. So he's perpetually living in a strange Hollywood like Hobbit scenario.
Yeah, well, he's got strong what's his nose, Tom Cruise energy in that way, I guess.
Oh, that's good to be aggressive about your stature, you know?
Yeah.
Make me fucking big. I'm a star.
Well, if the whole thing's an illusion anyway, right? It's a whole, so why not lie to everybody?
That's true, actually. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. Maybe that was a revelation. This is all made up. You're right, James.
They're cameras and shit.
That's fine.
Special
That's fine
effects.
if you
Like-
disagree with all my parallels. It's fine.
That's right. Why not? Why not one more lie?
Well,
5'9"
Yeah.
for the record. Apparently, I'd shave a couple of centimeters off that though. If
Oh, he's
that's
a
their listed
5'9"er?
height.
Oh,
Yeah,
fine.
oh, he's
I
only
guess
like,
so.
slightly taller than me.
guys, that's like me and James here saying
Yeah.
we're 5'8" or 5. I say I'm 5'8" or 5'9".
Exactly.
But I don't.
that's
I don't know
probably-
if I even believe it anymore.
Oh, no kidding. Well, I'm more, like I
I'm not
see-
really sure. I might be about 5'7".
Oh boy. Do you guys? This is completely off topic because this movie doesn't give us a lot to talk about. Do you ever feel like you look at old guys who have like really old fellas and they've kind of shrunk and you're like, is that going to happen to me? Am I going to get that tiny? Like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
some
Drink.
tiny old men. It's nuts.
There's
Yeah.
those discs in your back. They can't stay all fucking puffy and juicy your whole life.
Christ.
No. I'm gonna be 5'11" someday.
Oh no. You're still going to be taller than me. I'm just going to transform into a raisin.
Yeah, yeah. I want to be like a little fucking weirdo.
One thing that I like about there's lots to like about Wesley Snipes, but I like how his costume changes. So he eventually loses the dungarees or whatever, and he ends up in a Mad Max outfit because he goes into the
Yes.
sewer. That's cool. And every time they film him with Dr. Cocteau, they're always in front of fire, like a roaring campfire, and so it gives it like a devilish. They're in hell. They're doing bad stuff. I think like the director, listening to the director talk about this movie, there was so much thought that went into this movie. Far more thought than you would imagine, given how dumb this fucking thing is. But really had a
Like
vision.
have to have him. Well, there's a few things like to have the implanted like. We've already decided what you were going to do for your career, so we implanted that you're a seamstress or whatever.
Oh.
You liked that part.
Oh yeah.
And it's the sweater.
Yeah,
They-
that's awesome. After the fight, after like, leave my domicile.
I think that's a fantasy, like a future fantasy, like in anyone's mind for like because that it's not really dystopian. It's that's like a sort of a perfect future idea. It's little Star Trek vibes there, where like they take you as you are, decide what you're going to be the best at, and that's what you get to do with your life. Like that's great. It's a great theory.
It's
Sounds
classic.
like communism to me.
Yeah, well, it's as old as Plato.
Oh,
and
shit.
Plato's Republic. Everybody knew what they were going to do, and definitely by the Renaissance, the stars decided, what sort of individual you were.
Is that
Yeah,
what communists
so-
do? I'm sorry, Chris.
No, I'm just kidding. But it does. I think like the horror. I like in the logic of this movie is that like they feminized him against his will. Like he now knows
Yeah.
how to get something.
He has no freedom to call people retards.
It's just like, and
Get
that
in
swear
Twitter.
thing is fucking incredible though.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Like
Good
I
running
love
joke.
how it's always in the background. Like it's just like someone swears and you hear it in the background. Dun, dun. It's
Later,
it-
you're like, I know you're looking for it when people swear. You're like, oh, he just swore. Like, like later on in the film.
yeah. So
They also
okay,
invented Skype, didn't they?
okay. Well, they definitely, but you see that in like Total Recall or whatever. Like the idea of the video
Yeah,
phone.
it's-
Like, yeah.
They really did a very realistic version of it here, though,
Uh,
with those little
I-
monitors that turn and face Kato, whatever.
oh right, yeah.
Those are cool.
The here's a fucking nerd thought. So the 3 seashells, right? So he doesn't know how to wipe his own ass. So basically he comes out of the bathroom that one time. So did he go for a shit or not? If he went for a shit, he's got a dirty ass.
Yeah,
he-
he does.
Yeah, and at any point, like he basically is a guy with a dirty ass this entire movie, and like he only wipes his ass with like these laminated pieces of paper that he gets from the swear machine.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wants physical contact with Sandra Bullock.
That's right. Just disgusting caveman with his stinky, sweaty. I guess
monster.
he ends up having a shower, I assume.
Yeah, he had a couple of showers, and he's probably not digesting that Taco Bell well anyway.
No. It's probably like drinking the water when you go to Mexico. Like his body is not ready for it, man. He's got like,
So he's so angry.
yeah, it's just like,
Whole new theory.
about the wait, what?
No,
That is-
just like that changes the whole movie. Yeah.
I think so. I think that again, there was so much more room for darkness in this one. Not a whole lot, of course. I like the cartoonish elements of it, but you guys
like
know
that-
this.
Oh, go ahead. No. Tell us the story.
I was gonna tell more about the three seashells and the. They say it in the Wikipedia entry, so probably Chris, you've already read it. But basically, Daniel Waters, he was trying to call up a screenwriter friend, and the screenwriter friend is like, "Look, I can't talk. I'm taking a shit." So Daniel Waters is like, "Well, no. What's that? What do they do about shitting in the future or something like that?" And he's like, "I don't know. There's a bunch of seashells in a pot near me or something like that." And he hung up the phone, and then that's basically where that came from. He was like, 3 seashells, done. And he had
That's
no
funny.
idea what it meant. It was just a thing that he said. He thought it was a funny thing. But people ask him about it all the time, he says.
You know what really sells it is just how smug they are about it. Like, he probably doesn't even know how to use the three.
Yeah, that's
three
right.
seashells. Yeah.
They used wads of paper. Yeah, but even at the end of the movie, he needs to ask about it.
Yeah.
There was a scene where him and Wesley Snipes talked about it while fighting each other.
Oh.
That would have been
Wow.
so good.
That's
Do you-
funny.
Do you even know what this 3 seashells thing is? No, punch. I think things like that are missing. Like, it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, like just the shared,
Yeah.
like, if you're in a city and you see someone that you grew up with in a small town, like, you have this instant bond. Like, that would have been kind of neat. Like, just sort of like a grudging, like, we have a bond because we are from the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would have been more fun for a little bit of capture action if we would have captured Simon Phoenix for a little bit, so we could have some of these like comedy beats. That would have been-
Oh, I see what you're saying. So they catch him temporarily, but of course, he escapes,
exactly. And
Hannibal
you could
Lecter
have-
style.
You could have Stallone and him could have a stupid back and forth, which
And you could
was
still
always
You could have still had that fight at the end at the cryo prison. That would have set it. Where were you in 1993, bro? We needed you.
I don't know.
Just ready for a soft rewrite on this.
Is this Benjamin Bratt?
Yeah.
I don't
Early
understand.
role.
Who?
Yeah. He was like the dude that like goes down in the sewer with the tracker guy and then decides to become
He's a
a rat
TV guy.
person.
He's a TV guy, right? Like
Yeah,
he was.
yeah.
Yeah. I know him. Like he ended up on Law and Order or something. I think as a detective.
Yeah, he's like the Lou Diamond Phillips of
Whoa.
just like a poor man's Lou Diamond
Lou,
Phillips.
Lou Diamond, is that the kid that did he die?
No.
Oh
Did he-
shit!
Oh God, I hope he's not dead.
I thought he died young. I thought, who am I thinking of? He was
Thinking of River Phoenix?
River
Why is the
Phoenix. That's
Ratburger?
right.
Why is the Ratburger chef look like Boy George?
It that was I was having troubles. Like that's when you were like, "Whoa, what about the Ratburger lady?" And I was like, "She's got like a unibrow. She looks. I don't know what that is. Looks like one of the O'Boyles from from Always Sunny."
Like the sister?
Yeah, that's right. So I was like, I don't really know what they're going for there.
I'm not
Well,
sure
she's
either.
wild
but-
and free and
She's got-
untamed.
yeah, that's right. She's got a troglodyte vibe that cannot be denied.
That's right. Yeah, just like a raw animal. She's not hooking up on VR. That's for
Listen,
sure.
these are good people down there. That's all we know.
That's right.
They have a fucking Chevy Chevelle or whatever.
Oh, the Oldsmobile or whatever. That was another thing. Like GM donated that as sort of part of the package.
They're like, take this thing also, and they bust it out of the floor. Great car chase. Also, I love it. I think it's maybe. I'm actually, now that I'm getting older, I appreciate car battles more. I don't know why.
I think I feel the same way, but I did groan a little bit when he did the old like jumping from car to the other car, and like I'm like, what's the end game on that? When you jump from a moving vehicle to another moving vehicle, you're really operating under the assumption that like one, you're going to be able to hold on by your fingertips because you're a mountain climber, and then two, okay, so that's fine. We could let someone hold on by their fingertips, but you're really leaving yourself at the mercy of someone who has just a brake. You can just hit a brake at any moment.
Yeah,
and you're dead.
or a gun.
Less so the gun. Frankly, I would be more concerned about the brake.
Yeah.
But even when he fires the gun, it's completely stupid. He just fires like anyway. It felt so formulaic in that moment.
Also, that it's true because Simon Phoenix was driving a plastic piece of shit electric fucking Winky Mobile.
Yeah.
And that gas powered Oldsmobile would have been an absolute menace on the road.
Oh, that's
so
good point. That's
I think
underutilized.
should have stayed in the car and just crunched up that cop car, but I don't know. I didn't
Even
do anything.
symbolically-
Nothing happened that I wanted to happen.
Yeah.
That would have made a great like symbolic point of like the sort of like the superior old car, muscle car, trash in the future.
Again, where were we?
Yeah, I know.
On re-rates.
We're gonna re-rate. We are gonna reboot this. We're gonna go to Hollywood, pitch it again. Listen. There's some real potential.
Yeah, there's gold in them hills, but you missed it. So I don't know. At the very least, we can do some fan fiction.
Yeah. Well, speaking of lost opportunities, and again, this is the R-rated, but it just briefly disturbed me when it looked like he was going to grind Stallone's face into the pavement, like on the freeway. Like that would be god awful. The damage that you would sustain from just.
At the very least, just like get him lose some hair, like a little bit of skin, see his bone.
Yeah, just a little bone, exactly.
Instead, this gets back to why I groaned, because, okay, so he's underneath a car. He's hanging out of a car. He has, like, Simon Phoenix is, like, bearing down on him or whatever. And somehow, Sylvester Stallone is able to find the leverage in order to, like, do a fucking reverse flip in that moment and take control of the vehicle. I don't understand the physicality of all of that. Like, it really lost me in a movie that otherwise has a good physicality to everything. It was just the whole thing was so cliched, and kind of dull as a consequence. But
yeah, the car scene was terrible. Also, why did Sandra Bullock chase the runaway cop car controlled by Sylvester Stallone instead of going after Simon Phoenix, who is tumbleweeding down the fucking road?
Oh, that's a good point. Well, she's not ready for that.
No, I guess. Yeah, she was. Why not? And the plot, why did they have so much fucking ammunition? There's no live ammunition in a museum.
I did think about that. There's
a lot of plot holes.
I was willing.
This is like riddled with madness.
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about how you guys deal with shows. So James, you have a phrase that you will use from time to time when a movie sucks. You'll be like, "Well, it was very campy. There was a lot of camp." And Chris, when a movie or a show sucks or there's something, you're like, well, you have to suspend your disbelief. You got to suspend your disbelief.
Sometimes, but it doesn't suck in those cases because you're suspending your disbelief.
And so in this one, you just got to suspend your disbelief, James. It's just like,
yeah, there is quite a bit of camp for being
Is that the end of the movie? Is that the end of the thing?
No, because we have to talk about the cryo facility, which is a pretty.
Oh, okay.
I have to tell you,
Oh
my wife,
yeah.
Julia, really like just tickled by this movie. I couldn't believe she's like this. I've never seen this. This is a great movie. I was like, Demolition Man, great.
Oh, incredible.
Again,
Glad you're enjoying it.
She should hang out with my mom.
Yeah.
They would really probably it's a Sloan factor.
I love this.
But the like she had watched
Sorry.
because she wouldn't wait for me to finish it, so she plowed ahead and then she came down while I was watching it.
You fucking
And,
buried the lead, dude. Okay.
At the cryo facility, like when he gets his head kicked off and frozen, she's like, that is the greatest death I've ever seen.
Wow. Okay.
Well, and this gets back to the structure thing that I talked about at the beginning of the movie. Simon Phoenix is like, I'd lose my head if it wasn't tied on. And he's like, I'll remember that. And then, boom, kicks it off at the end. Very, very nice.
That subtlety was lost on me.
Yeah,
Chef's
sorry,
kiss.
pal. Yeah.
Nice.
That's full circle in the writing. You
So
do like
what
that.
else? Is it just the head kicking death? That what else?
It was
What else?
The slow freeze, the crystallization of the blood. I think all of that kind of
Just the whole thing.
just the whole package.
Yeah.
Stallone
Sly
wasn't.
getting gripped by the giant, claw machine claw,
Yeah.
and then breaking himself out with.
I thought
with
about. There's another one where I had to suspend disbelief because he's holding obviously liquid nitrogen or something just with his bare hands, just like the hose.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
And
and he's getting machine gunned from 3 feet away.
yeah.
Not a single bullet hits him, even though he's suspended in a claw.
And I did wonder, I found myself thinking about, there's this, is it a myth that if you freeze something, it becomes brittle? Because I think there's a universe in which, if you freeze a big hunk of metal, it just becomes a harder hunk of metal. I'm not sure, one way or the other, though, right? I just know that,
I see
Like
your
when
point.
it shatters, yeah.
yeah, it just completely shatters. Just
Using your bare hand.
Yeah, that's right.
And how did that clog? Anyway.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
what a great sequence. A lot of craziness. I like the idea that 80 something fucking horrible criminals were about to be released. Wasn't one of them Ted Bundy?
I
Yes,
love
that was
that
the best
guy.
line.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jeffrey
line.
Dahmer.
Jeffrey
I
Dahmer.
love that
Jeffrey
guy.
Dahmer. Excuse
Yeah.
me. Yeah. Love that guy. Let's get him out of here.
Yeah.
So, and then basically when that line alone is what absolves us from guilt from Sly basically detonating the whole place, effectively killing every single inmate in it.
You got
Actually,
it. Yeah.
good point.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of
Capital
Jeffrey
punishment.
Dahmers, no big deal there.
Yeah. Well, it's probably true. I don't know why you would keep all these criminals in. In what way is a cryo facility less expensive than just putting them in a steel cage?
No, but you're reforming them, teaching them knitting skills.
Oh, that's right. You get to. Well, you could still do that by putting cyber implants into them while they just sit in their cage and wither away. Yeah. I get it. They need a time travel element to it, so they freeze them.
Yeah. Well, I guess the superficially hypocritically compassionate
Well, yes.
method
Yeah.
of punishment, right? Yeah.
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 The,
Did you I like how this movie completely sidelines Sandra Bullock in the end, by the character, they come to the conclusion of sometimes violence is necessary in moderation, and then he's like, "I'm glad you see that way," and shocks her, stuns her, so she can't pursue him into the final fight. And then
Yeah.
at the end, she's just completely submissive, and he's like,
Yeah,
"We're still
thank
a
you."
team, right?"
Yeah.
Sure, we are, baby.
She literally says, "Thank you."
Out of commission.
Yeah, thank you for rendering me unconscious. She says that. You're I guess she understood that she would have died. So
Yeah, she maybe wasn't ready for the final boss of.
yeah,
Yeah, this
Yeah.
never would have happened in Alien Earth.
it's definitely not, man.
Anyway, we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
The only way to escape the Luciferian threat was to submit to Doe, Sui out of this world, and get on that spaceship. This fosters paranoia and isolation, which helps bind the cultists together and keeps them fearful and loyal to the leader. The mothership comedy cult Toilet Piss Pipe employs the same psychological strategy. Like Heaven's Gate's Luciferians, the comedy piss cult also fabricated a make-believe enemy to set themselves apart from and blame for everything.
Woke.
Woke?
It's very dangerous.
A nebulous, undefined, and amorphous outgroup that is somehow both completely feckless and able to wield widespread domination over our entire society.
They're out of their f***ing mind. They want to force people to behave and think a very certain way. Well, they're just nuts.
He is terrified of a shadow, a construction in his mind formed by a social media feed.
You can never be woke enough. That's the problem. It keeps going. And if you get to the point where you agree to all these demands, it will eventually get to straight white men are not allowed to talk.
Oh, no.
You're not allowed to go outside.
Damn it. Oh, please tell me you're joking.
I'm not joking.
Shit.